Welcome back, everybody. We are going into hour number 3 of a Roleplay Live, Nebula Jazz. The screams of the beleaguered Dave echo throughout the cosmos, and thankfully none of you can hear it, but you know that Dave is being abused at the hands of Jack. So, what is to be done? Aurora, you've made it clear you don't care what happens to Dave.
Well, I would say that she tried to make it clear to him, but that doesn't mean she doesn't actually not care.
Yeah,
it was like your way of trying to help Dave by
She's
pretending that he was of
deceived.
no value.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. No.
Nebula Jazz, where we ask the
No.
hard-hitting questions like, maybe were humans the monsters all along?
The answer might surprise you.
Yeah, I'm saying it right here.
Number 5 will shock
In
you.
in hour 6 or 7, we're gonna all come to the realization that maybe blowing up Earth was the best possible course of action.
Right.
And we should
Humans
finish.
just
Yeah,
suck.
we need to finish the pogrom against these humans, Aurora. So Jack, he's got this backup plan, or he's bluffing and he's gonna torture Dave in the hopes that you will like come around and do what he wants. But meanwhile, maybe you need to escalate Operation Get in Jack's business. What's the plan?
Quinn, being the emotional monster that he is like, we've got to go now. They have Dave, man.
We don't even have a plan.
I'm with Rex. Let's just go.
Rex stands up and he's like, "Now we do things my way." Just like
I imagine this is the part where Rex like kisses his guns.
Yeah.
It's like, boom.
There's like one of those like a Sandy-esque girl on his lap, like curls in a cigarette, and he just like stands up and she like hits the ground, and he's like, "Now we do things my way."
We hear from the floor, and they're like, "Ooh, Rexy."
Yeah.
So Slipknot says to you, he says, I think I can get you onto Jack's ship, but you're on your own from there. His goons he has only the loyalist goons at his command. I won't be able to help you once you're on board.
Rex points to Slipknot and he's like, "Get us on that ship. We'll get you the evidence you need."
And he nods, and I think we cut to the like commando like fucking putting the guns in the holster scene, right? Like, is there?
The montage looks super cool until it's just somebody like putting a gun inside of Eugene.
Yeah.
Like,
Here, do you want? Let me just.
do
let's put this right.
Do you even use that?
Is
Just
this
like-
your? Oh, I don't.
Quinn's montage is he just opens his pants and like 17 guns
Just
are
a
just like
bazooka.
put in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like
There's
guys
nowhere else
forcing
to put
guns
them.
in.
Yeah.
Someone's backing an APC into your pants.
There's like a guy jumping on them to get them in.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So you get all geared up. Actually, does somebody want to make a? This is a perfect opportunity. Does somebody want to make a roll to create an aspect about how you're all fucking geared up for action now? This is totally a thing you can do.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, go
All right.
for it. I
So
don't think
you're
that I have
the
an
man
approach
with the
that would
plan.
work for that.
So
Okay.
I think the approach for this is
Flashy,
flashy.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Okay. So make a flashy roll, and I think if he's got some supplies. I think we'll call it difficulty. Call it difficulty 3, and then
Okay.
it'll be better the more
Those are
you.
mine.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, not bad.
Ooh.
Okay, so what's
so
your
I have
total?
a 3, so these cancel out, so that's a 5 total.
5. Okay, let me
Cool.
check. Let me check my rules here. But I think,
I think you just
create an
blew everyone's
advantage.
mind.
You got 2 or more, so you got a success. Okay, so you get a free invocation, unless you want to spend a fate point on making this better. But it's basically banking 2 free fate points for everybody else. You'll get 1 no matter what.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so what aspect are you going to use, and how do we see that in?
Let's
in play?
invoke compellingly heroic.
This is your
moment.
this is your big moment.
This is Rick's one compellingly heroic moment in maybe the last 6 months. he's like gearing up to go save a person.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Poor Aurora, not the person we're trying to save.
Again,
We're gearing up to go save Dave.
We gotta go save Dave.
To be fair, Dave is probably a lot more defenseless. So.
Dave brought us all together,
Sure.
man.
all right. So you're geared up for a rescue mission. So
So we got two
there you
uses.
go. Yeah, you got 2 uses of it, and any of the 3 of you can use it during
cool.
Operation Save Dave. So I think that we get the montage of Rex leading the effort, everybody getting gathered up, and then we see DeBarge dock with like it flies into the Jack's giant head mouth thing, and you're unloaded. Now, is this going to be a sneaking mission, or do you come out shooting?
Oh. I believe my sneak is 0, so we are.
My sneak is 1.
We are coming out
We
shooting.
are kicking in the front door.
All right.
We don't land. We crash.
I'm gonna let them come out guns blazing and just wait, and then be like, "Oh, are we going? Oh man, I wish I was there for the beginning of this." And just like slip out as everybody's already dead.
I think what happens is Slipknot takes a shuttle above Jack's ship, and then like his teeth are like made of glass.
Yeah.
And we like kick off in like space helmets, and then we like shoot through the glass, destroying the atmosphere of the cargo hold as we smash through the glass.
Hell
doing it
yeah.
live.
We're blowing goons
Hell
out of
yeah.
your space.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
And they're like goons are getting like sucked out the ship and stuff. It's great.
Okay, let's see how this heroic arrival.
we have to roll for this, don't
Oh,
we?
you gotta roll. Of course.
I forgot we can't just make stuff up. All right, I guess we roll.
Crap.
You missed the ship. You flow into space.
Exactly.
Everyone's dead.
Pick
yeah.
off and you fly away. All right. Okay. So you're rolling to kind of set up your initial approach here. This is the beachhead into Jack's face. So it seems like you're probably doing the roll, and you want to help. Is that the plan?
I'm
Are you letting
a big
him
flashy
lead
boy.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you roll flash. You get an extra +1. And if you succeed at this, just like regularly, you will arrive. You'll have a good starting position. If you can beat it by, well, I gotta give you a number for.
All right.
all.
Cool.
Yeah,
Give me a number.
good.
Give me a number. Give me a number.
Good.
I didn't have it.
You're lucky.
Yeah,
That was a test. That was a test roll.
I got like hand Tourette's. Drop the dice.
So anyway, So let me give you a difficulty first, then you can roll. So if you can beat it by 3 or more, then like maybe I'll give you another aspect of like momentum or something.
Right.
And then if you tie, you'll still get what you want, but you'll probably get hurt in the process, or something bad will happen to you.
Yep.
Okay, so let's call it difficulty 5, I think, because you have surprise on your advantage, so it's it's not as hard as it could be. That's much better.
All right.
Okay, what do you got?
I have a 3, so that's a 4 plus the 1, so that's a 5.
Okay. All right. Good. So the 2 of you, it's hard fought, right? As soon as you break the beautiful stained glass teeth of Jack's giant spaceship, his spaceship.
I think we just go through one tooth, so it's got like a buck tooth look from the outside. Yeah.
It is his face.
Not as handsome.
Yeah, he suddenly
Not
looks
as
really
handsome
goofy.
anymore.
Like his missing tooth. And there's all this oxygen and stuff like just blowing out the hole in his teeth. And you land on the deck, and your like magnetic boots hold you while people are like blowing by and flying out of his mouth. An alarm immediately starts to go off. Red lights start to flash, and we cut to Jack, and he's in a dark room. And he's wearing he has his shirt on, his tuxedo shirt, but not the jacket. And the sleeves are all rolled up. And he's got like surgical gloves on, and like a surgical mask. And there's like blood on his hands. And he like looks up at the alert, and he like pulls the mask off, and he like sneers. And we can see the kind of like purple tentacle thing like writhing under one eye. And we see him storm off into the dark. And yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, can I try to get out of the room?
Sure. We cut to you. You're in your room, and there's like an alarm like going off.
And I probably heard the explosion, right?
Maybe if you look out your window, you can see little bits of glass and like jackers like floating through space.
I'm just like, as they go by. I would like to try to. Is this a ship I could gain insight from the Electrotronian hive mind?
No, Jack is very secretive.
Okay,
the ship
so
is
it
not.
would-
You could learn about Jack or about like the specifications of his ship externally, like from what the hive mind knows.
Okay.
But yeah, you wouldn't know like necessarily the.
I want to try, I guess, and hack my way out the door then. But before I do, I'm gonna grab Sparky's head and I'm gonna put it on my belt.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put it on my belt, and it's gonna be like just there on,
hanging,
but I have it on mute right now. Like I just got it muted.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I think you pick it up and he like barks at you, but it gets all circuit bent, right? It's all like high pitched and all low and exactly. Sounds like a broken speaking spell.
It makes me sad.
Yeah. Those little eyes blinking. But he's sort of semi-functional. And yeah, you just attach him to your belt.
Yeah.
And then go over the door. And you wanna try to
Hack
escape?
It. Yep.
Okay.
I want to try and get out of there.
All right. So let's have you make a clever roll.
Okay.
Let's call it difficulty 3.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got it.
Nice.
You got what? Two pluses
So
and
it's
a.
a 6.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So it doesn't take you very long. You have your Pippo and you have Sparky's severed head to help you, and you managed to crack the door and it slides open, and we get that thing where there's like a bunch of jackers go running by in their combat tuxedos. And they're like shouting like we have a breach in the cargo hold, come on, let's go. And somebody says like, I'd Slipknot that bastard, and they're running by. So you're in the hold, and I think the first kind of wave of reinforcements have arrived. Right, they've showed up.
They've like sealed the tooth.
Yeah,
exactly. Now there's like a big silver.
gold tooth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
just
a big gold like.
Is he lowering from the gums and then shut? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the three of you are behind some conveniently placed cargo materials, and there's a bunch of jackers on the other side like firing at you, and there's lasers flying back and forth. What are you gonna do?
Rex like looks at Quinn briefly over gunfire and he's like, I missed this.
There's like smoke billowing up from places.
A
Pipes.
grenade goes off.
Yeah, totally.
Quinn is of a one-track mind. It's like, for Dave. I want to run out there and charge every one of them.
Just like run out shouting.
Like brutal monster.
So
charge.
what kind of weapon did Quinn choose from the Jacker armory?
Well,
Captain Slipknot.
What people don't realize is that all the weapons put in my pants were just for Rex.
Yeah.
So as
You're
they run out of
caddy.
ammo, Rex reaches down and pulls out another gun. He keeps pulling guns out of my pants.
You hear a god go, where are these guns coming from?
I love the idea of you like firing these guns. They go off. You throw them, and you just reach into his pants and just pull out
like,
another.
my outfit's like skin tight too.
Of course.
I've got like leather pants, then like a skin tight top, just muscles out, and I just like throw the guns away, and then
Like a
suddenly
really
I've got like
sexy version
I've got
of
like
Reaper.
2 more, and then it's like, what the?
Where do they keep going
Where
from?
is they coming
It's just
from?
me behind you. He's reaching my pants.
Nice.
Like we're back to back, and occasionally I'll just like reach into where the butt cheeks are and just produce 2 more guns. Yeah.
So
That
good.
is how we roll.
Yeah.
My
Perfect.
hands are my claws. My weapons are my claws.
All right, so you're
I'm-
just gonna like
my claws
run,
and teeth. Oh,
run
yeah.
for it. All right, okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead and attack. And this is you being forceful for sure. You're hella outnumbered, and they will fight back. So let's see how that goes. I got a 3. What do you got?
I have a 3 as well.
All right. Do you want to spend
Well,
that?
+2 because I'm outnumbered.
Okay.
So 5.
So yeah, like if this were just a one-on-one situation, or if you were fighting fair, you would have gotten beat. But what does this look like? You get what you wanted, right? You throw a bunch of them off. You deal some damage.
Yeah.
You get into the fight.
Oh, I'm just at this point. I'm just trying to cause enough chaos for them to be distracted from a guy shooting at them.
Okay. Yeah.
Because a big giant lizard man in your face is much more frightening than the guy behind a box going like pew pew pew.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're all like focused on me at this point.
All right. So with
And
a
I just
mighty,
wanna, like,
a mighty
rip-
roar, you
Yeah.
lunge forward.
I'm just throwing dudes and like stomping on guys but for some reason it's mostly boxes and things that are
Totally. Yeah.
set pieces are flying around as guys are like
I'm just imagining you're Godzilla now for some reason.
Yes, there's one of the jackers is a very small rodent animal.
Totally. He's a Tinionian, and
Yeah,
he's like.
Tinionian.
So
yeah.
we see, I think we see this like all these guys like shooting at you, and we see you knocking some guys apart, and then we see one guy, this like little rat man with a gun. But we have no scale for him, right? So we just see him, and he points his gun, and he's shooting. He's like, oh no, he's shooting, and then we see Quinn like looming huge, and then we cut out, and he's like this big, and you're just like chasing him around the docking bay while he shoots at you.
It's like Tom and
Perfect.
Jerry.
Yeah.
We see the flashback to his home world, and there's this like a Godzilla-like creature, and he's like holding his wife,
Oh,
and he looks
man.
up and he's like, "Not again!"
Everyone hates a lizard.
Yes, exactly.
Everyone hates a lizard.
Horrible
man.
monsters. Okay. All right. So you got 5, right? You beat me by 2.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. So Rex, what's your quickness 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can totally go. So yeah, they're kind of scattered. They're firing at Quinn. What are you gonna do?
Do you think I should like split up from you?
You do what you do. I'm just trying to cause enough chaos for you guys to make something happen.
Yeah.
So
Where the hell are you?
hiding. I don't know.
I think I'm gonna take
I
advantage.
said I was going to wait for you guys to gain
I'm
all
gonna
of the
take advantage.
attention so that I
I'm
could
gonna
like,
take advantage of. Actually, I mean, where are the reinforcements coming in from?
They're all pouring in from the back. There's a single main corridor that leads out into the rest of the ship.
Well, that would be where I'm headed towards, like where I'm fighting.
Yeah, they've
towards.
sort of blockaded it. So like it's sort of like you come in through the teeth here, and then there's like boxes all over the place, and then there's a single entrance and exit here that they're coming in from, and so they're all mostly fighting this way, and you're fighting the other direction.
Okay. Is there like any
Maps.
other way in? Is there like vents or is there a way I can
you could take your turn to roll to find something like that.
All right,
That's
let's
what
do
aspects
it.
are for.
I think during Quinn's creating some carnage, it frees Rex up to like study the room and see if maybe there's another way
Okay.
to the second floor.
All right. So you're gonna roll. You're gonna roll careful, I think, or clever. Either one.
Let's do clever.
Okay.
Sure you don't want to do
My
careful?
careful is a 0.
Okay, that's fine. So you get a +1.
It's funny. This is literally what I was going to do with my turn.
Oh, is it?
I have.
We
I
both
have.
can do it.
I have.
Yeah,
Some,
yeah.
I have a thought for your turn, but we'll get there. Difficulty. What did I say? 3, I think,
Okay.
for this, because it's in the middle of a firefight. So.
Ooh, that is a -1.
Okay.
So
you
not-
are, and you're devoid of fate points now, right?
I am correct.
Okay. So if you fail to create an aspect, there is an aspect, but I'm gonna get the free invocation on it.
Okay.
All right. So what this means is that there is another way, but it's another way in rather than another way out.
All right.
And so
RIP.
this one's for me. So I'll put it that way. So I think you're looking around for an opportunity, and that's when you see coming down from the top, a porthole is open, and some dudes are kind of like rappelling in on wires from above you. So the one group that you're fighting, they're gonna fight you, and then this other group is gonna go after Rex. So
Okay, that's fine.
yeah.
All right, sure.
So let me add the second group, and then Quinn. These guys, they're just gonna fight back, right? Force for force. They all have pistols and laser weapons, and they're firing at you as you're chasing them around. So I've got I got a 3.
I have a 5.
Nice. Oh yeah, and I have some fate points for this scene. Okay.
I like how anyone just tuning in would be like, "Did you just grab those?" I don't want to lose.
I just got all these.
Just
Here,
help himself to that chip stack.
Fuck you. They got $1 billion.
I win.
I win. I have all the chips in the world.
Compel you to die.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna reroll. I think I'm gonna use their loyal defender situation to try to reroll. So I got +3. That's much better. Okay,
Jeez.
so
+5.
now I've got a 5. So if
So
you
you're tied, right?
if you tie, I'll get another boost unless you want to
No,
spend.
I'm good.
hit
I'm
point.
saving it.
All right. Okay. So Quinn is pinned
Also,
down.
didn't you use There's Always Another Way?
No, I haven't used it yet. It's just there.
Oh. I thought that's what the porthole was.
Oh no. So when
that was I tried to see if there's a way I could go up, but
Yeah.
because I failed the roll, now he gets a way to come down.
Yeah. So introducing these guys isn't part of that. I can use it for a reroll
Okay.
or a boost the same way, and then it's available for everybody. Like you can all still use it if you spend fate points.
Alright.
But I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So Quinn, I've got another I got another one here. So they're basically like pinning you down, like as a group. So you had that initial rush, but you can't sustain that momentum, and you find yourself behind like a bulkhead, and they're all firing at you. And well, they're firing all around, so you're all kind of pinned down. So Rex, the paratroopers or whatever, the dudes coming in from above, the jackers, they're gonna start shooting at you with their weapons. So same thing. I got a +3. How are you defending yourself? Like you look around, you see them coming down, they start shooting.
Rex his wounds are healed. He's primed and ready to go. He's so fast that he's just dodging bullets.
Okay. All right. Cool. So you just hoof it and try to get out of the way. All right. So I got a 1.
Oh.
I got 2.
Okay, all right. So you're able to avoid being hurt by the initial descent, but I don't know how many more attacks I'm gonna get. So I think I'm gonna use this pin down aspect, and I'm gonna reroll. All right. So you're at 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I got +3. All right. So I'm one above you.
Okay, I'll use get up for +2.
Okay. Now, if you want to just take a point of stress, it'll go away after the fight. You can do that 3 times.
Okay, I'll just take.
And you can
stress.
save that because this will last for the whole mission.
All right.
So you just mark your first stress box. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think it's just about being pinned down, right? They fire at you. You have to run for cover rather than finding an opportunity to counterattack.
Okay.
So while all this is going on, all this like blaster fire and shit, do you have something you want to do?
Are those dudes? Those dudes are literally just hanging.
No, they've just landed.
Oh,
so
they've
they all
landed
zip
now.
down in their combat tuxedos and they're firing.
Their combat
They
tuxedos.
Yeah.
They actually rappelled down in like Dawson's Creek style bed sheets.
Yeah, nice. Zip down from the ceiling and they're firing at you.
Okay.
I don't think they've really noticed you so far, or you could make an effort to like stay hidden if you wanted to, or skulk off.
Right. I'm trying to figure out how to help them because I'm not going to be a whole lot of use here. So
Well,
I guess I'll create an aspect.
Okay. What aspect would you like to create?
I'd like to create because sorry, I keep touching this microphone. Stuff that's like hanging from the ceiling because this is like a cargo bay.
Yep.
Right.
Yep, it's a cargo bay of the ship.
Stuff that's hanging that could maybe drop on these dudes.
Okay. Sure. All right. Let's say difficulty 3.
What am I rolling?
Clever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 4.
All right, succeed.
Okay. All right. Do you want to spend any fate? Or are you okay with? Because it'll be 1 boost, and then the pendulous cargo will remain, but you'll have to spend on it. If you spend another point, there'll be 2 free uses of this that anybody can use. But only for this like scene where the cargo matters.
Right. We'll just keep it to
Okay.
1.
Keep it at 1.
1 for use. Yeah.
Okay. All right. There's your dice.
Thank you.
To you. Cover everybody's dice here.
And you used geared up once, right?
He hasn't yet. No.
Oh,
he took
okay.
a stress instead.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, so you see, and you point out to your friends, everybody notices this. Yeah, there are these big, like, crane kind of operators above, because, Jack moves a lot of cargo. So there's, big boxes and stuff that's being kind of in the middle of being moved from one ship to another,
Right.
hanging overhead. Cool. Okay. All right. So let's do it in this one in quickness order. So you're next.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna go ham on these tuxedo boys.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So I think I'm in cover, and then like I sense like a brief moment where they've got to reload, and I combat roll to the side and let loose.
Okay. And how are you fighting them? Are you like do you have guns? Is this like a sword
I think
situation?
right now we've got some guns going.
Okay,
on.
so this is a shootout.
Good,
All right.
yeah. Good
Okay.
old-fashioned shootout.
Cool. Okay. So you're moving between the containers, taking like snapshots and then diving out of the way because they have you way outnumbered, but you're relying on your speed. Right?
I'm actually gonna shoot while diving.
Oh yeah, of course. Yes.
Yeah.
Diving backwards,
Slow motion.
sliding.
Yeah,
shooting.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Behind you, someone hits a container full of doves and they just fly out into the cargo.
I would
bay.
say that's flashy then in this case.
I mean, either one, flashy or quick is fine.
All right.
Oh boy. That's
Okay.
So -2.
All right, let's pretend it was quick, and that would be a 2.
All right. So so you've got a 2. You said?
Yeah.
Because you have 4.
I have 4, and
so
then I've lost
3,
2. Yeah.
2. Right. Okay. All right. So I'm going to defend. +3. So these guys have. I mean, they're pretty disciplined. They're Jack's personal jackers. I've got a 3. I have a 2 as well. So we're tied.
Okay.
So you won't make any progress unless you want to use one of the.
Yeah.
one of the 2 that
let's
you have.
use Get Up.
Okay. And how does your gear in this moment like push you over the edge?
These are some real stylish guns, and they've actually got like an auto aim feature on them, so I can focus on the jumping and the rolling, and the
Right, the
bullets.
guns are just shooting
they're
themselves.
shooting themselves.
Oh,
They're
that's
actually
so
shooting
good.
themselves.
It's like the smart gun in Titanfall.
Titanfall.
Yeah.
Basically, so what you're doing is we see a lot of like acrobatic dive rolling and like rolling and shooting.
You see me like
it seems like
leaning
you're just
against the
shooting
box, and I
pointlessly.
look down at the gun, and it's got like smart mode. And I'm like, huh, and I like twist it, and then like I jump out, and I see the bullets like curve into their targets. I'm like,
Oh, that's so
and I
good.
just keep shooting. Yeah.
Right, and so now all you have to do is like combat rolls and like
Yeah.
look cool, and the
Yeah,
guns are
yeah.
just killing them for you.
2.
Absolutely.
The song Rhythm of the Night.
Oh, that's so
The
good.
rhythm of the night. You're so shitty.
I like look up and I like shoot like a ceiling, and it like ricochets twice and hits a guy. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
So good. All right,
Just
cool.
do like you.
Yeah, we see a big guy. So at the end of this, yeah, we see like a big guy with a like a I don't know, like a 17-barreled like laser shotgun and a big like riot shield like step out. And he's wearing a big gold helmet in the shape of
mini
Jack's
boss.
head. And so he steps out, and there's all these bodies of his dead friends like lying around. And he sees you and like brings the shield up and starts advancing towards you. So Quinn, meanwhile, while you're over closer to the exit from the hold,
To the morning light.
what are you gonna do?
I'm still making my way, just brutalizing everyone in my way towards that entrance.
Okay,
So I'm just like flinging guys as I stomp my way towards it.
Okay, yeah. So forceful.
Yeah.
You're still very much outnumbered.
Oh, I lost one. Whatever, I'll let it count. Okay, nope, that was a lot. That was a stray.
It's on the table.
That was a
It's
stray.
on the,
All
it's
right.
on the table.
So
sir.
you're at.
Poker rules.
You're still pretty good. You're 4, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So they will resist.
I got caught up in the rhythm of the night.
So I think,
Sorry.
I think what happens here, you're gonna get a little mini boss of your own. But let me see. So 3. All right. So you beat me by 1. So I think that we see kind of the same thing, right? We see a guy come running up to you, and he tries to shoot you, and you just grab him, throw him aside, you slam a couple of guys together, and you can see a clear way out, and you start taking a step towards it, and then we hear the mechanical like whining sound of like a cargo loader like mech, and you turn around, and yeah, we see this big robot mech.
Oh my god, it's piloted by.
And it's painted like it's painted like a leisure suit. Where it's like a leopard print giant robot, and it's got the big claws. And then in its little like thing, you see this tiny little mouse, and he's just like, "Come over here, you!" And then the thing starts like coming
like,
towards you. Its hands
Oh, you're
spinning.
like a kaiju to him.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right? There is another story where he's the hero and he's about to try to take on the giant dragon monster.
Yeah.
But yeah, this tiny little like mouse alien is piloting this huge robot.
my
So he's coming.
God.
There's
he's
like
coming
a
to get
photo
you.
of his wife and kids in the
Yeah.
cockpit.
Like on the
Yeah.
monitor.
This is for you.
Yeah, right. Exactly. He just like kisses the picture. And he's like, "This is for you, Suzanne." Awesome. And his kids are all little like hairless, blind monster
Yeah,
babies.
perfect.
Okay. So so you two went. So you're gonna get counterattacked, and then you'll get to go. So yeah, the big dude with the shotgun and with the Jack helmet. He comes like dashing up to you and tries to knock you down with the shield so that he can shoot
Okay.
you. So what do you do? How do you defend?
I'm gonna attempt to quickly roll.
Yeah,
to
you're
the
gonna do like
side.
a
Yeah,
roll
yeah.
out of the way. Okay, and the guns are still going. They're still just shooting him, and it's all bouncing off of his armor.
Yeah.
Because now, all the time, no matter what you're doing, your guns are constantly just like shooting bullets out of them. Like later, you'll be trying to have a conversation. They'll just be like, just like shooting
Like, no,
things.
no,
Thinking
no,
there's
no,
targets.
Yeah.
No.
All right, so I got a plus. I
Please
got plus
stop.
4 on this one. All right, so 4, 3, 2. Okay, I'm at a 2.
I'm at a 4.
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll with one of my fate points. So he lunges in with the edge of the shield. You roll out of the way, shoot him in the face 10 or 12 times, roll away. He takes a shot at you, and the kind of laser pellets like fly out and bounce off of one of the cargo containers. Takes a aim for a second shot, and let's see how he does here. All right.
Oh, it's the same roll?
So it looks like 4 down to 3. Okay. So you got a 4, you got a 3, you dodge the way, you're safe. Meanwhile, little mouse man.
Come at me, mouse man.
Yeah. So
Come at
he's
me, man.
stomping he's stomping towards you. The hands on the mech are spinning, and he's going to try to grab you and pick you up and throw you. Okay. So I've got a, let's see, I've got a 4 for this guy.
All right. Well, I'm going to grab his giant mecho hands and sort of like try to rip them off.
Okay. Yeah, so you like wrestle, you just grab him. It's like smash in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're kaiju fighting.
Yeah.
And that's how they fight.
Yeah. So forceful. All right.
4.
Okay. All right. So you're tied. Do you want to use any aspects?
Do you want to use something?
Do I? Yeah, I think so.
Well, then I want to use something.
Yeah, you can. That's fine.
Okay.
We can both use one and stay tied.
What do I have to use?
You've got 1 use of geared up for the mission. You've got 1 use of
Pendulous
cargo. Yep, of the cargo. And you have your fate point, which you can use for any of these or any of your own.
I want to use geared up for the No, I'm going to save that.
Okay.
The cargo one only applies to like the scene we're in,
Right.
whereas the other one lasts the whole time.
I don't know how that would apply to this scenario, though, if it's sort of hanging cargo.
I mean, basically anything, and you can have something fall on him, like easily enough.
Yeah,
You slam him
you're
into the
like
wall, and
If I
then
could, all right, sure, yes. But I'm not attacking him. I'm just
that's fine.
defending
It
him.
doesn't matter.
Okay.
A grunt's
All
grenade
right.
goes off, which makes like a
So you want to use,
Yeah,
this one?
yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, what does that look like? So the two of you, you slam into each other, and he's trying to like pin you down and crush you, or pick you up and throw you, or something. And then you use the hanging cargo to help you. What do you do?
Yeah. So he grabs me, and I tried to fight him back, but this is a giant mechanical like cargo lifter, and so he starts pushing me down to the ground. And he's like, "I'm gonna kill you,
Yeah.
son of a bitch!" And he like starts pushing, and I can't fight him. And it's obvious that like this thing's too strong.
Yeah.
And then a random piece of cargo falls from the sky.
Right. Well, like there's like a lever nearby in your tail. Like you whip the lever in it.
I don't want any credit for this.
Okay. So
I want to be like, this is it. This is the
right,
end.
yeah. So the music starts to swell. It gets all dramatic, and he's got his fucking giant robot claw hands on your neck. He's like crushing the life out of you. And you see the murder in his little mousy eyes. And he's just like, ah! And you could see you're like, is this the end for Quinn? Right? You see your child, and you see your sister, and like your homeworld all flash before your eyes.
Oh, your child.
And then all of a sudden, just boom, like a piece of cargo just falls, and the guy knocks him
wait,
aside.
you know what happens? There's a guy, and he's like bleeding out and dying. He's lying to the side. He's like, man, fuck this shit. And he goes to light his cigarette, but there isn't a lighter left. So he just like pulls a grenade pin. He pulls a grenade pin, and then he just explodes.
Who is this guy?
He explodes
Why
to light
did
the
he do
cigarette,
that?
which then like knocks over a huge stack of cargo, which like falls directly towards.
Why
the rat.
would he do that?
Because his lighter wouldn't light the cigarette. That was all he wanted.
I
was
guess
just one
when you're
last cigarette.
dying, you're desperate.
Yeah. Nebula Jazz, everybody. It's not so much a combat as it is a Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah.
And then a boot comes down on an arm, and it kicks a little man in the butt, and then he runs away, and then he trips, and he breaks a wire, and the wire makes a piano play a song. Yeah. So anyway, so a bunch of cargo like crashes down and knocks this thing to the side, and you have yet another opportunity to live.
Great.
Eugene.
So while all of this fighting's been going on, I've been just kind of like dipping behind little boxes and things like, like just kind of trying to stay out of sight.
Getting ready to go, and then being like, no, I'm going to stay back. Okay.
And when I see this big, like, this big dumb robot, like, choking the life out of him, I kind of, like, move that way, like, oh, maybe there's some way that I can help over there. And when the robot falls over, I want to try to work some of my goo into the gears
Whoa.
to kind of like make it either stop working or start to like combust a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Possess it.
That's what I thought you were. I thought you were going
I
like,
mean, if we want to go that way, sure, yeah.
Yeah,
I
like-
want to become the robot.
But you have to sing a creepy Tim Curry song when you do it. Yeah.
so you want to try to insinuate yourself into the machine to become one with its workings,
Right,
and to have
right.
like a giant destructor body.
Transsexual Transylvania.
No, it's not. I was
no, that's
thinking
where I'm
Ferngully,
at. No,
but-
that's where I'm at.
All right.
Sure, man. Some reason humming to yourself.
Yep.
All right, let's have you make that roll.
That's the one she's at. I
You're
guess.
not really attacking. You're creating an advantage, and I think you're trying to do so cleverly.
Correct.
So I'm gonna say to possess the giant robot. Let's say difficulty 5.
Okay.
All right, so you're -1.
I'm at a 3.
Okay, you can spend a fate point.
So I'll use a fate point. But they're my idiots. I'm literally doing this to try and help Quinn.
Okay, all right. So what does it look like when Eugene possesses the loader robot?
So I think from like Quinn's perspective, he just kind of sees like me like and then just like disappear like into this robot, and the robot's like there's like goo coming out of like some of the bits.
Yeah, right. It gets up and there's just like stuff dripping from its joints.
Yeah.
And his eyes have gone from red to green.
It's like not operating right at all. It's like
big janky
like
robot.
can't even walk.
That's awesome. Yeah, and the little mouse inside in the cockpit is starting to fill with slime, and he's like pounding on the glass, like no! And he's like getting up to his face. Yeah, exactly. And he's just like floating in there.
You see him go rigid.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So he's inside. He's drowning in you. What's up with you and having rodents in
I
you?
was just about to say.
What is up with that?
The last rodent that this happened to was super into it. So
Yeah, he's asphyxiated, so no.
Yeah.
After a while, he's like, not bad.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to go. Yeah, I dig it. All right, there you go.
Cool, thanks.
So I'll give you your aspect here.
Scoot up.
Let's see here. So giant
I can't scoot up.
robot suit, and you get an invoke of it. There you go. Giant robot suit.
great.
Meanwhile, Aurora, you've stepped out into the hall. Chaos is going on in the ship. It's on full alert. What are you gonna do?
I want to go find the scepter.
Okay. Do you know where to even begin looking for it?
I mean, is it in that room that I was in?
Mm-hmm.
I would hope that's in that
Maybe.
room. Did he blindfold me
mean
everywhere?
Jack's personal like quarters.
Oh, come on. He threatened to go do something.
I'm
at
not
the
saying
day.
don't
Go
do
in
it.
there. Do it.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
go
Get
in there.
there.
All right.
I'm gonna go in there.
Okay, sure. So
So-
you, I guess you need to just make it. How are you going to get there without being stopped by all these like jackers that are running around?
Stop. Before I left, I put on some of the Egyptian clothing that was very styled to my room. Very typical.
There wasn't any
like
clothes, so you're wearing like a
lavish-
sheet.
A lavish. I'd say a dress.
Bed
It's
sheet
very,
toga?
No,
Okay.
yeah, okay, yeah. With gold on it because they're very nice sheets.
Made out of a curtain rod. Like you don't. There's not a. There were no
yeah,
clothes.
No,
All right.
No,
so
no.
you step.
I'm making.
So
this.
we see Aurora step out into the hallway, dressed like in the sheets of the bed, and like.
But
This is some
there's this-
Ariel
but
from
there's-
Little Mermaid shit.
Yes.
there is a statue of a like a mannequin, and it's like in the whole like very typical like what Americans do this and
Yeah.
stuff, and it has a wig on, and I do take the wig as well, the whole like
Right. Okay.
yeah, okay, I take the wig and I put that on as well, and I walk
Uh-huh.
around, but I still have Sparky,
Okay.
so I got
I'm incredibly confused about what your plan is right now, but
Yeah.
that's good. The NPCs
I'm
also
dressing
probably
up.
will be. Right. So you're attempting.
I'm now-
Your attempt at a disguise.
It's a disguise.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm disguising myself.
I
I'm
now
thought
I
you were
just
just like, I'm gonna look fancy for Jack.
no.
I wasn't sure where that was going, but all
'Cause
right.
I imagine these jackers are
Jack.
more worried about like two giant brutes and a slime breaking in than they are a girl walking around looking like just a prop. So,
all
and
right.
maybe Jack's into some really weird role play, you know? Maybe he has his things. That's why all these rooms are decorated like that. So
Much like
much like you are into some really, really weird role play.
you're our Jack.
We're here together, friends. You
Welcome to
can't
the
leave
show,
now.
everyone.
see, I
All right.
wasn't gonna say it.
So,
but-
This is our toga.
Yeah, we're the toga. You're
We're
the
the
Jack.
toga.
All right. Well, let's see. So you're being sneaky.
oh God. I
But
think
there's
I'm being
two.
clever.
There's two roles. There's a clever roll to set up the disguise.
Yeah.
And then there's the sneaky roll, which you can use the disguise for. So
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Disguise.
All right.
That's
So
innocent
go
amazing.
go ahead and roll. This is gonna be difficulty 3.
And
you're being
which one
clever.
was this one?
This is your clever roll.
So it's 5.
Nice. You get two uses out of the disguise.
Oh, I can't.
There you go. We need one of those little like craps like pusher.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say we
Well,
need like
a pusher. Yeah.
Roll them.
Okay.
Well, I'm afraid they're gonna go over there.
All right.
so-
Here we go. So you have use of a disguise.
Okay.
All right.
Now
and
I have
then,
to roll.
Yeah. Now you're gonna roll sneaky, and I'm gonna roll against you. I'll be Jack's security system. I'll give you the number first. All right. 5. The difficulty.
Damn.
The difficulty is 5.
I believe in you.
You can do it. You can do it.
Aurora.
It's actually impossible for you to do. It was sneaky of 0.
Yeah. So I have a
Now, so
negative 1.
-1. Yep. Now you
Mathematically
have 4
impossible.
fate points still, and you have a disguise. So I think you step out into the hall, and like right away, one of the guards is like, "You there? Where are you going?"
Donde?
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Qua?
There's like a computer system. She walks down the hall and goes, "Greetings."
I'm gonna use.
So this
Aurora.
so this guy
Aurora?
this guy that you're talking to, he's got a sequined white jumpsuit with like big lapels, and he's got big gold sunglasses on, and he also has like a bandolier of grenades and a rifle. But he like stops you. He's like, "Where do you think you're going?"
I'm gonna use. I have no emotions. I'm a robot, and I know that I'm not a robot now, but I
You can
once knew
pretend
how
to
to
be
be
one?
one. So
Okay.
I just. Some people might get panicky. I don't. I stay really calm, and I'm like, "Oh, I was told to go down the hallway, and it's not safe here. Did you hear the noise? What's going on? I'm so worried."
Okay, so you like focus inner calm.
I know-
Are you using this to get a +2 or to reroll?
No, I'm using that to get a +2 because then I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
And
do you want to
let's-
use your disguise? It's free. You don't have to spend your fate points.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
she's on -1, so she's got to use 3 things.
Yes, you use 3. I'm just saying, keep that in mind.
Oh,
You get a
you're
free one. That the little
right.
empty box means you have a free shot on it.
Didn't you get 2?
No, she needed 3 better than the roll.
Should I-
So
I should
anyway,
just
so you
re-roll
take a
then.
moment to like be calm. Yeah, do you want to reroll with
Yeah,
that?
I should just re-roll.
Okay.
Yeah. What?
I mean, either way, you'll have to spend it, right?
I mean, she might get
No,
lucky.
Well,
She's
she spent the fate point.
No matter what,
This is a very, very
she
difficult
has a
roll for her.
0 sneaky.
Right.
Even
Well,
if she
I have
gets
a-
all pluses.
I just
That's
have to
still
use 1
4.
though. Like now I have to use 3, don't I? And that.
Well, or you
No.
can get minuses. Many minuses.
You could roll worse. Yeah.
So the question is, do you want to just keep dumping points in now while you know what you have, or take the chance? I say you take the chance. Yeah.
You guys
Take
think?
the chance.
Y'all.
All right,
Roll
so
them
difficulty.
bones.
Whoa, it's worse. All right, so
It was worse.
difficulty is 5, and you're
Okay.
currently at -2.
Damn it. So I'm not gonna be able to do anything then.
No, you don't have enough. I mean, you have to blow all your points. You're just gonna have to take the
Yeah.
hit.
I'm gonna have to. So I'm gonna get sent back to the room.
Maybe.
No.
So
Okay.
here's what happens. So
Flirt.
so he points the gun at you, and he's like, "Yeah, where do you think you're going?" And you're like, "They said to whatever." And he like looks past you. He sees the room you just came out of, and he's like, "I know you. You're Jack's little lady. I'm gonna take care of you." And he like looks around. He's like, "It's not dangerous. It's not safe for you to be running around in these halls. There's dangerous men on board. Lots of dangerous men." And he like cocks his gun. He's like, "But as long as you stick with me, you're gonna be okay."
Oh, please take me to safety.
and he says, he nods and he's like, "I know just the place."
And I grab onto his arm and I'm like, please don't let anyone hurt me.
Squeeze the bicep a
All
little
right.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gestures down the hall with his pelvis and he's like, "That away." And him and his blue suede shoes take you for a jog down a hallway.
And as he walks before me, I'm just like, whatever, man.
So you have an escort now. This guy is going to follow you around.
Your disguise looks great though.
Yeah, you look like
I'm
you're wearing
I'm looking
bed
good.
sheets, and it's going to be very confusing.
But
for
a
anybody.
very nice wig.
Yeah,
Bed
but now
sheets
this,
and a very
but
nice
now this
wig.
guy's like he's on you, so it's gonna be tricky for you to shake him, and he's not taking you in the direction of the scepter where you think the scepter is. All right, so meanwhile, back in the cargo hold, let's mix it up. What are you gonna do? You got big shotgun guy throwing you around.
Yeah, the pistols just keep firing off, and Rex is just like, and just like chucks them.
Mm-hmm.
And,
they're still shooting. They're just like spinning around on the floor. It's just still firing. They don't know what to do.
And then he kind of like jockeys the guy for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
realizes like this guy's just a wall.
Yeah.
And then in the corner of eye, he sees Quinn, and he's like, "Yeah, a little help." And yeah, I guess I try and I don't know. What?
I compel you to eat him.
He's bigger than me, and he's
Oh.
yeah.
I mean, in his suit, he's bigger than you. If you can get him out of the suit, then you could eat him.
Hmm.
That's true.
Are you actually compelling me?
I was going to, but if you can't,
Yeah, you have to get him out of the suit first.
Bit of a waste. I mean, I'm waiting to eat Jack, but
You gotta get
Damn.
naked.
Damn. Waiting to eat Jack. Period.
All right.
so yeah, I guess I could try and disarm him. I'll try and disarm him.
Okay, sure.
Try and like get in close and knock the laser minigun out
Okay.
of his hand.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be you're creating an advantage, and I say difficulty 2. I
Okay.
think not too hard.
All right. What was I using for that?
I assume you're using quick when you
Okay.
fight.
So that'd be a 4.
All right. Cool. So yeah, you disarm your foe. There you go. So what does that look like?
I think I managed to like get around some boxes, and then I like hear him like run out of ammo and start to reload. And so I dive in, and then he's forced to like.
Well, you dive around the corner, and he's got the 17-barrel shotgun open, and he's individually loading each barrel. And he's just like, "Why did we make them like this? What the fuck is why? They could have given me a normal gun. Come on."
And then so I started running, and when he sees me running, he's like, "Oh fuck it!" Just like throws the gun, grabs the shield, and he's just like, "Come on!"
Nice. Yeah, that's great. So yeah, he throws it. You don't actually have to disarm him, but like you're too fast for him to reload.
Yeah.
So you rush at him. Yeah, he throws it aside, and he puts up the shield as you crash into him. Awesome. Okay, cool. So anyone fighting you or anyone fighting this guy can use that aspect. Quinn, you now have a giant robot friend.
Quinn punches into the chest of this mechanical thing and pulls the little rat man to safety
Okay. All right.
because he's not about killing rat people.
Nice. I dig it.
there's
Okay.
like a robot voice that comes out of it that has like slightly the affectations of when Eugene talks, like "ow."
nice auto-tune, Eugene.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, so you punch your hand into the front panel and yank him out. There's a big goopy. It's like the thing it has like viscera now because you just pull some Eugene out with you and like throw the rat guy on the floor, and he gets up and he like looks up at you, he wipes the slime out of his eyes, and he's like, "I still hate you, lizard man," and he like, scampers off. There's still a couple of guys like who are now firing at you, right? So I think when he says that, you're looking at him, and then you hear the pinging sound of like laser off of the shell of Eugene's new crab robot body, and you look over and you can see there's a group of a couple of guys still hunched behind a cargo firing at you.
I turn to Eugene, bot. I'm like, "Go help Rex. I'll handle these guys." And I do the coolest lizard leap into the air, like down onto this box of guys. Yes,
Okay.
like I fly. You don't see me land. I just fly away. Yeah.
Right, you just go through the ceiling.
From Eugene's perspective, I just fly
It's one of
away.
those like scenes where like the shot doesn't move, and you just go.
Yes, I just leap away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, and so you want to just like slam into these guys on the other side. All right, so forceful, and you are outnumbered.
4.
No, 6. Right?
6.
Okay. All right, so I'm rolling 3 to defend, and I got 3, 2. Okay. Yeah, you beat these two guys. You trash them, no problem. So what does that look like? You land amidst them, and they're like, "Ah, no," and like shooting at you.
I come down on them and I land on the box, and the box shreds and explodes.
Nice.
And the
More doves.
Oh
Funny.
yeah, doves and shrapnel fly everywhere, and then other doves come in from the side of the screen.
Yeah.
And then, much like the end of the third Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I get to slowly walk away as shrapnel until it's still flying and exploding. Who knows where it's coming from?
The thing is,
it looks amazing.
Right before this, Jack, they pirated a magician supply ship, so it's all pyrotechnics and animals.
Magicians are doing really well in space.
They're a very big
That's
deal.
thriving
Yeah,
industry.
it's huge. It's huge. You should probably quit doing whatever this bullshit is, and you should all become magicians.
That's a lot of work. That's tough.
True. All right, so you're good. The dude that you're tussling with, the guy with the shield, he's trying to like pin you up against one of the cargo containers, and with his big metal fist, just like punching you in the face, or he's trying to.
Okay.
So these are yours. So how do you defend yourself? What do you do?
I think it's just going to be a brute force contest.
Okay.
I'm just trying to push back before I get pinned against the wall.
Sounds good. All right, so I've got a 4.
And I got a 2.
Nice. I'm going to use my last fate point. I'm going to bump it up to a 6. So you can take a consequence and a stress, or you can take 2 consequences, but you have 6 to
You can
to
use
eat up.
disarmed, right?
Yeah, you've got disarmed too.
That would
Bring
just
it down
make
to a 4.
It would just make it a 2, right?
Well, you've got 2 right now, right?
Yeah.
And I've got 4.
Yeah.
So you use disarmed. That ties it up, and then I spent a fate point. So yeah, it would be 2. So you'd have to take a consequence.
I'll use consequences. Stay for the whole session, right?
Yes.
Now, are
You've
we
got- well, you've got-
considering all 8 hours to be a full session?
No,
or at
we'll do
4
4
hours
and
will
4.
his consequence go away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you take a level 2 consequence, it'll go away at the end of this scene, which is what you can take now if you spend disarmed.
Would I not just take 2 stress?
Yes, or you can fill your.
Why can't you
your stress
use
box.
you're geared up for the mission as well?
It's true. You
I'll
can use
save
both.
it. I'll just use disarmed and take 2 stress.
Okay. All right. So you just mark your stress box. Okay.
He whoops my ass against the wall.
Yeah. So it's like you're getting beat on, but you'll be fine at the end of the
Because
fight.
Eugene bots come in.
So this would be a lot worse if he had a gun, but instead he's just punching you, and we see that he's making a Rex-shaped like indent in the cargo container. Every time he punches you, you sink into it a few more inches, and then you see this happening.
Is it because I don't ever want to
Use
do
words.
something that's actually cool. Like, what if, because I can't, like, control the robot properly, right? It's like, like, kind of, like, walking over. I want to say that the robot, like, trips on something, and I just fall on this guy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay. If you had an approach that was, like, clumsy or, like, buffoonery, you could roll that. But this just sounds forceful.
Okay, great.
Okay. Oh, shit. All right. I got a 6.
I have 2.
You got a 2.
Oh,
Okay.
he just like knocks you. You fall on him and you roll off.
So I don't have any points. Do you want to spend any, or are you just gonna take the fail?
I don't think I can even match it. So
Yeah. Worst case scenario, like if you fail, you'll just nothing will happen.
So you just fall and miss him and land next to us. And
You're like,
I'm
hi,
like,
everyone.
I'm like fighting
That's
a
even
Beyond, and I
better.
just see you like land next to you, and I'm like, really?
Yeah. Is that the plan, right? You just like walk up and he's like and fall over.
So nothing will happen. if
Nothing will
I-
happen. Your attack will fail.
Okay, then yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you hear a massive crash, and you look up and you see this robot just kind of like lying on its back, trying to get up, and Eugene's little like
I think
face
I hear like the
in
initial
cockpit.
stomping, and I'm like smirking while he's fighting. I'm like, your days are numbered.
Yeah.
And then I just, in the corner of my eye, I just see like Eugene just like, I'm just like, gosh.
Spinning around in your head. Awesome. Okay, cool. So Aurora, you're being led through the hallways by this Elvis trooper, and what do you want to do? He's definitely like he's got somewhere he's like taking you.
Does it seem like does it seem obvious where I'm going at all?
No, you're
Like
not
I've
really
never
familiar
been
with this
here?
part of the ship. Yeah.
So it's obviously not back to his room, and it's not okay. Well, oh my gosh, I'm scared. I'm trying to think about what I should do. I mean, I could keep following him and see where he's taking me.
Yeah, you want to wait and see where he takes you?
Yeah, I kind of want to see where he's taking
Okay.
me.
So we see him. I just wanted to give you the opportunity to try to get away or something in the meantime. So we see him, and he like leads you to a big like ornate kind of double set of doors. These aren't sliding doors; these are like push doors. And yeah, there's these big fancy looking doors, and you can hear faintly like bells inside, and he says, "Baby, this is the safest place on the ship. Nobody's gonna find you here." And he pushes open the door, and you can see there's a long red carpet, and on either side there are like little wooden like benches that lead up, and then at the back there's a huge statue of Elvis, but he's wearing like long like flowing robes, and he has his hands like folded in front of his chest, and there's like an altar in the front.
It's like the church on the ship.
And there's
Vegas wedding.
exactly, and so he's got his hands folded, and on his hip he's got a shotgun just like tucked into his belt in the statue, and he has this on
As
carpet.
Elvis is known to
And
have
there's
done.
these big curtains with they're white curtains with little pink and red hearts all over them, and you can hear the wedding march like playing over the tinny speakers in the back, and he says, even those invaders wouldn't dare to violate the sanctity of Jack's own chapel. And he looks down the hall and he's like, wait in here, you're gonna be safe, I'll stay outside. And he like holds his gun and kind of like looks down the hall.
Oh my gosh. There's no other door, I imagine. That's the only doors into the chapel.
I mean,
like,
you're in a
hallway.
hallway, so there's other ways you could go, but once you're in there, you'd have to look around. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in and look around, see if there's any other way to get out.
Okay. So you go inside, and he slams the door shut, and you hear like immediately like something in the room detects that there's people here, and it starts playing like bum bum ba bum, and like holograms appear in the pews, and it's like people like crying and like waving, and like little like confetti starts to like fall from the ceiling, like hologram confetti starts to fall on the carpet, and lights like running lights illuminate the path up to the altar.
I walk up to the altar.
Okay.
Very like creeped out because I mean I guess on TV shows I'd seen weddings, but it's just like I've never been to one.
Yeah, sure.
And so it's just like this is really weird.
So as you walk up, walking up the aisle triggers more sound clips, and it's all coming out of the speakers that are built into the big Elvis statue.
Yeah.
And it's like, "Dearly beloved, we are gathered here," and it starts doing the thing, and so you're standing at the base of the statue, and there's the altar, and you're just kind of like looking around. And I think I'll give you an opportunity to do something in the room after, but I think that's the scene that we go to break on. It's just like Aurora looking around in this like weird, like empty, huge altar to Elvis.
This ends on, God, aliens are weird, man.
Aliens are weird, man. Yep, it's true. Awesome. Cool. Well, let's take a break here, and when we get back, more Nebula Jazz on RollPlay Live. Don't go anywhere.
Are you ready?